Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it.
What's up, boxing family? You're not going to believe what just went down. Gervonta Davis has officially cut ties with his longtime coach and mentor, Calvin Ford. But here's the real shocker. Calvin didn't just leave Gervonta Tank Davis' corner. He went straight over to the other side. Yep, he just joined forces with none other than Floyd Mayweather at Mayweather Promotions. This is the ultimate betrayal, and it's about to shake up the boxing world big time. So grab your popcorn because we're diving into all the tea behind this explosive split, why Calvin joined Floyd, and what this means for Gervonta Tank Davis' future in the ring. Now, if you're new here or need a refresher, let's rewind a bit and talk about how close Tank and Calvin were. This wasn't just some typical boxer-trainer relationship. No, this was deeper than that. Calvin Ford was more like a father figure to Gervonta Davis, guiding him through the hardest battles both in and out of the ring. From his rough upbringing to becoming one of boxing's most feared knockout artists, Gervonta had Calvin by his side every step of the way. Ford was always there, hyping Gervonta up, building him up, and making sure he stayed focused.
To see you as a guy that's in his trainer, that's like a father figure to him. You're training him all the time. You know him. Both y'all from the streets of Baltimore the whole bit. Who do you want to see Tank fight next?
I want him to get all of them that ran their mouth.
Calvin wasn't just any coach. He was Gervonta Davis' day one. He believed in him when nobody else did. People in boxing even used to joke that Calvin Ford was Gervonta's ride or die. But the bond that was once unbreakable, yeah, that's been shattered.
Talk to him one-on-one, saying what his mental at. Whatever he want to do, I just prepare him for it mentally, you know what I'm saying?
In the world of boxing, partnerships between fighters and their trainers can often transcend the professional realm, becoming bonds that resemble familiar relationships. Such was the case with Gervonta Tank Davis and his longtime coach and mentor, Calvin Ford. Calvin wasn't just a coach to Tank. He was his day one, the person who believed in him when nobody else did. Ford's belief in Tank was unwavering, and their relationship was often described as a ride-or-die bond. However, recent developments have shattered this seemingly unbreakable connection. Calvin Ford has now joined forces with Floyd Mayweather at Mayweather Promotions, leaving Gervonta and the boxing world in shock. This move has sent ripples through the boxing community, leading to questions about what went wrong, why Calvin made this decision, and what it means for Tank's future in the ring. To understand the gravity of this split, it's crucial to revisit the foundation of Tank and Calvin's relationship. Growing up in the tough streets of Baltimore, Gervonta Davis faced numerous challenges. It was Calvin Ford who saw the potential in a young Tank and took him under his wing. Ford became more than just a coach. He was a mentor, a father figure, and a guiding light in Tank's tumultuous life. Under Ford's guidance, Tank honed his skills, developed his boxing style, and quickly rose through the ranks to become one of the sport's most feared knockout artists. Ford's influence on Tank was undeniable. He provided stability, encouragement, and a strategic mind that helped Tank navigate the often chaotic world of professional boxing. Their bond was rooted in mutual respect and a shared vision for Tank's career. Ford's approach was always about building Tank up, keeping him focused, and ensuring he stayed true to himself amidst the glitz and glamour of the boxing world. As Tank's career began to take off, the dynamics of his relationship with Ford started to change. Success brought new opportunities, higher stakes, and more influential figures into Tank's orbit. One of the most prominent of these figures was Floyd Mayweather. Known for his undefeated record and flamboyant lifestyle, Mayweather saw immense potential in Tank and took an interest in his career. Floyd wasn't just a promoter. He was a living legend in the sport, and his involvement brought a significant level of attention and credibility to Tank's career. With Mayweather's backing, Tank's career soared to new heights. He began landing major deals, securing high-profile fights, and building a formidable reputation in the boxing world. However, this success also brought complications. Floyd's approach to promoting and managing Tank's career was markedly different from Calvin's. Floyd, accustomed to being in control, wanted to manage every aspect of Tank's career, from fight selections to business deals. This desire for control began to create tension. As Tank's star continued to rise, so did the complexities of his professional relationships. Floyd Mayweather's involvement, while beneficial in many ways, also brought about significant challenges. Floyd's vision for Tank's career was grand, but it often clashed with Calvin's more grounded approach. Floyd saw Tank as a golden goose, a fighter who could bring in massive revenue and continue the legacy of Mayweather Promotions. On the other hand, Calvin viewed Tank as his own man, someone who had the potential to carve out a unique path in the sport without being overshadowed by Floyd's larger-than-life persona. Rumors began to circulate about Floyd's increasing influence over Tank's decisions. It was said that Floyd was constantly trying to put his stamp on every aspect of Tank's career, from training regimens to fight strategies. This medley did not sit well with Calvin, who believed that his role as Tank's coach was being undermined. Calvin wanted to guide Tank based on their established rapport and understanding, while Floyd wanted to steer Tank's career according to his own vision. Tank, caught in the middle of this power struggle, grew increasingly frustrated. On one hand, he appreciated the opportunities and exposure that came with Floyd's involvement. On the other hand, he valued the loyalty and mentorship that Calvin provided. The tug of war between Floyd's control and Calvin's guidance created a rift that became harder to bridge as time went on. The tension between Floyd and Calvin reached a boiling point as Floyd's attempts to control Tank's career became more pronounced. Floyd's influence extended beyond just promotional activities. He wanted to dictate the terms of Tank's training, fight preparation, and overall career trajectory. This level of interference was unprecedented and put Calvin in a difficult position. He was caught between maintaining his loyalty to Tank and navigating the overbearing presence of Floyd. Calvin tried to keep the peace, balancing his role as Tank's coach with the growing demands from Mayweather Promotions. However, the strain became too much to bear. Tank, too, was feeling the pressure. His frustration with Floyd's constant interference boiled over, leading to heated arguments and growing dissatisfaction. Tank wanted to be in control of his own destiny, but Floyd's omnipresent influence made that increasingly difficult. The final straw came when Floyd pushed for even more control over the direction of Tank's career. This push was not just